Good Monday to you, everybody, in Com 785. Welcome to week kaboom 1. Summer semester is here. You know what that means. You know what that calls for. Oh, let's get things started correct, shall we? A little more espresso. That's much better. Now I am your sufficiently caffeinated communication instructor. Welcome to the summer semester. I hope you enjoyed your springtime off because that was like what, all of 4 days or something like that. So it goes. Okay, we have got what I believe to be an interesting and engaging semester for you. One that includes, lucky for all of you, the summer residency at Regent University. All right, so for this video, I'm going to talk about a few things. What you need to do in week 1, the nature of these videos, okay, because they are must watch. I mean, there's me here, so that's the must watch part. But besides that, there's valuable information in the video that you're not going to get in other places. Okay, why do I do that? Because I want to make sure that you're still engaged. And I know you're busy. And I know you got a lot of other pokers in the fire. I understand that. Okay. But there are certain things that are best transmitted orally. And for that, we use the video. Okay. All right. So for week 1, which is this one, you need to do 4 things, right? Square away. First things first. First, number 1, go to Canvas, get in there, lay your hands on the syllabus. I would recommend that you even print it out. All right. Have a look at it. Make sure that you understand the assignments. They're all, the due dates are listed in the syllabus, and that starts on page like about, I don't know, it's a long syllabus. Part of it's, text that we put in there from the university. So 12 pages is a long syllabus. My apologies. But anyway, it starts on about page 8 or 9. Okay. And then continues through there. So make sure that you understand what it is that you're going to be held accountable for and when. But most importantly, by way of big, can't miss these deadlines, is the residency program in Regent. All right. You will need to have your smiley face, bright-eyed and bushy. I don't know why I can't speak this morning. Obviously, I lack in caffeine. All right, that's better. You will need to have your smiling face, bright-eyed and bushy tail. See there, I can say it. In Virginia Beach, which if you've never been, it's a beautiful campus and a beautiful area. All right. And we will meet as a class, as a partial cohort, from June 11th to June 13th. That is 3 days. They used to run the residency over a whole week. Pros and cons. You had more time to work together. You had to spend more money on hotels. All right. We will likely be in class. They encourage us to have you in class from 8 to 5, which seems, I'm looking at a clock, that's a lot of class time. And then with a lunch break in there. So it'll maybe be more like a 9 to 4, with a lunch break, 9 to 5 with a lunch break. So if you have to, travel with your family, or if you'd like to, bring them along. The beaches there are quite nice. And in June, it can be a little chilly, but still nice. I mean, the water is a little chilly, but the beaches are still nice. So, it's a great town. It's a beautiful campus, and it is absolutely important that we get together. In fact, it's required for this class. So if you have any questions about the residency, make sure, and questions meaning I think I might have a problem. And when I say I mean you. Make sure that you call the department. It is the communication department, and speak with the secretary, Stacy, and then communicate with me. But it's a course requirement, and it's very nice. Okay. All right, so get the syllabus, have a look at it. The points for this course are accumulated in 4 ways. First will be the discussion sessions for the weekly readings. All right, and you may notice on the syllabus that I run my week from a Monday night to a Monday night. That is I start the new week on Tuesday morning. And so discussion questions and assignments and things will typically be due Monday night, not Sunday night. Why do I do that? I realize we've all got a lot going on. We've got a lot of pokers in the fire. This is going to sound oxymoronic, but I work very hard to stay out of the office on Sunday. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm able not to work at all on Sunday. It's sort of that old question: if your ass fell into a ditch on Sunday, would you pull it out? Or if your lawn absolutely had to be mowed and it was Sunday, would you mow it? Yes, I would. Yes, I did. And yes, I probably will. But I work hard to stay out of the office so I can be with my family, be at worship. Okay. I want the same for you. I will never ask you to do anything that is not good for you and that I wouldn't do myself. And that includes readings, writings, and schedule. So all of the items, the discussion questions and assignments are going to be due Monday night by 11:59 Eastern Daylight Time, which I hope will be going away soon. Not time, but daylight savings. Instead of Sunday night, Eastern Daylight Time, which means that for each week, I will post new material on Tuesday. Now, it may happen. In fact, it will happen. I'll tell you what the readings are for the week, okay? But I won't post questions for maybe a day or two. So if you see readings posted in the modules, but you don't see any questions in the discussion questions, that's on purpose. Why? I want you reading the material. I don't want you reading to the questions, okay? Because what we're after here is something much bigger than you being able to memorize something about something and then just parrot it back. What we're about here is your growth as communication professionals. All right, so I want you to become familiar with the material now. Let me, let's finish with the syllabus, and I'll give you a little hack to help you become familiar with the material. Okay. Secondly, there'll be a midterm exam. That exam will be drawn from the discussion questions. Third, there's going to be a group project that you'll do. You'll be working together in groups. And then fourth, there'll be an exam, a final exam. And all of those, in terms of the percentages, are all laid out in the syllabus for you. Okay, let's take a look at the texts that you need. You can get these texts. I know they have them in the bookstore, or you can get them on Amazon, and some of them you can even rent on Amazon. Now, there are some of these I would recommend that you have like forever. All right. So here are the texts that you need for this class. The first one is Persuasion, okay, by Robert Cialdini, and I use the Italian pronunciation because I speak Italian. So he may say it differently. And then actually the book that was written first, but is sort of the companion book to that, Influence, okay, Science and Practice. I use these books in my professional life as a writer, as a communicator, as a consultant, all the time. These, I will recommend to you, these are gems. There's a whole lot of good stuff in both of those books. All right. So if there were keepers on this list, those would top it. Coming in at a close second is this book by Corbet. All right. When Helping Hurts, How to Alleviate Poverty Without Hurting the Poor and Yourself. If you have any interest in getting involved in the not-for-profit world, whether that means donating your time, your treasure, or becoming a worker therein. And this Sunday for us Catholics was a Good Shepherd Sunday, in which we pray for vocations, Christian vocations, and for workers to be sent to the vineyard. Okay, because the work is many but the hands are few. So that was the prayer of this last Sunday. So if that's what you're called to, this is a must-read book for you, also, because you're gonna. If you don't know a lot about not-for-profit, and we're going to spend some time focusing on that this semester, what is done commonly in that space, as opposed to what is effective, may surprise you. In this book, it's short and it's right to the point. So, as things to keep on your shelf next to Cialdini, I would put that one. Okay. Next, okay, you're going to do the communication strategy handbook. All right, this is a good one to have around, especially if once you're finished with all this education and you get a job and somebody says, okay, what's the strategy? There are a lot of model strategies for various situations laid out in here that you can reference, and we're going to go through some of them. And then finally, this book by Wilson et al. This is another one that I keep around and I reference quite a lot. Okay, I mean, not so much as Cialdini and Courbet, because I've been working in this space for like a couple of decades, but this is a good one to have around. This is a good strategic communication for PR, social media, and marketing. This is a good reference text. Okay. For this week, if you want to get a jump on what I'm going to post tomorrow, read, whoops, I'm pulling my day calendar off. Whoop, my pen. Read chapter 1. All right, that will be part of the assigned readings that you will see tomorrow. Read chapter 1 of that text. Okay? All right, so you need to get the syllabus, familiarize yourself with it. Make sure that you have all the necessary logistics in place to be on the Regent campus June 11th through the 13th. And I'll send you information about, what time and what room, et cetera, we're going to meet here coming really soon. Okay. Make sure that you have the texts. You can get them on Amazon if you don't have them already. All right. If you want to get a start reading through chapter 1. Okay. So outside of the syllabus, you need to get into Canvas. Say hello. We got a good group of people here this semester. I'm psyched. We've got something like, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, like 18 people in here. Great, fantastic. Start saying hello. You'll see familiar faces, but maybe you meet somebody new and tell us about yourself. Okay, and then when you get into Canvas and you say hello, you have got to, you know this drill, right? You've got to take the week 1 quiz. All right. If you don't take this quiz, then the registrar's office is going to start unregistering you for the class, and you don't want that. It's worth 5 points, and I'll give you the 5 points. They're like extra points. They're easy points. I mean, where else are you going to get points just for looking stuff up? Okay, really, and all you got to do in terms of passing the quiz is take it, even if you get them all wrong. All right, because that shows that you're a live person. You're not a bot. You're not signed up to take all of that good federal money and not do any of the course and these sorts of things that Regent has to comply with in order to make their students available for federal funding. That's just the rules. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm excited for this semester, and I love we sort of rotate in terms of whose turn it is. I think the last time I did the residency program was 2 years ago, but I love the residency program. So we'll get to, spend time in the classroom together, work on a group project. And I'll tell you more about that here in, later this week. All right. You get to pick. You're going to get to pick what it is that you want to do. Do you want to work on a PR project? Do you want to work on a not-for-profit project to give you, this is designed to give you real world cooperative planning and execution experience. All right. Because this is strategic communication after all. Okay, everybody. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed that springtime off. Welcome back. Get the quiz done, get the syllabus, make sure you have the text, say hello. And if you want to get a jump on what I'm going to post tomorrow, start read chapter 1 in the Wilson text. And I will see all of you coming real soon on Canvas. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.